Today, the world of film and television stands still. A familiar face, a comforting presence, a voice that shaped childhood memories, holiday traditions, and decades of laughter. Catherine O'Hara is gone. The beloved actress, comedian, and Emmy-winning star has passed away at the age of 71, leaving behind a legacy that few performers in history can match. Her death has triggered an emotional wave across Hollywood and around the world, as fans and fellow actors struggle to process the loss of a woman who brought warmth, heart, and unforgettable humor into millions of lives. Tonight, we honor her life, we reflect on her journey, and we remember why Catherine O'Hara will never truly leave us. Catherine O'Hara was not just an actress. She was a cultural icon. For more than 5 decades, she made people laugh, cry, and feel seen. Her characters were bold, eccentric, vulnerable, and deeply human. From sketch comedy stages to blockbuster films, from cult classics to award-winning television, Catherine O'Hara mastered every space she entered, and she did it with grace. Born in Toronto, Canada, Catherine grew up in a large Irish-Canadian family. From an early age, she showed a natural talent for performance and comedy. Her breakthrough came in the 1970s with a legendary sketch comedy series schitt. At a time when women in comedy were rarely given equal creative space, Catherine shattered expectations. She didn't just play supporting characters. She created them. She shaped them. She made them iconic. Her performances were fearless, unpredictable, and wildly imaginative. Viewers quickly realized they were watching something special. A performer who could transform into anyone. A performer who understood comedy at its deepest level. A performer who could make absurd characters feel real. That rare ability would become her signature. But Catherine O'Hara wasn't content staying in one lane. She expanded into film and changed cinema history. One of her most recognizable roles came in 1990 when she played Kate McAllister, the frantic but loving mother in Home Alone. The film became a global phenomenon. Generation after generation grew up watching it every holiday season. And at the emotional center of that movie was Catherine O'Hara. She wasn't just Kevin's mom. She was every parent's fear, every parent's guilt, every parent's unconditional love. Her performance gave the movie heart. Without her, Home Alone would not be the same. Even decades later, fans still associate Christmas with her face, her voice, and her desperate race to get back to her child. That is cultural immortality. But Home Alone was only the beginning. Catherine went on to appear in films like Beetlejuice, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind. For your consideration, she became a cornerstone of director Christopher Guest's mockumentary universe. These films relied heavily on improvisation. Actors were given loose outlines instead of full scripts. Success depended entirely on instinct, creativity, and comedic intelligence. Catherine O'Hara thrived in that environment. She didn't just improvise jokes. She built full characters. She created voices, mannerisms, histories, and personalities that felt fully lived in. Many of her most famous moments were never written. They came straight from her imagination. That level of artistry is extremely rare. Then came a career renaissance that introduced her to an entirely new generation. In 2015, Catherine O'Hara debuted as Moira Rose in the television series Schitt's Creek. What could have been a shallow caricature became one of the most beloved television characters of all time. Moira was dramatic, out of touch, ridiculous, yet strangely vulnerable. Catherine created Moira's bizarre accent, extravagant posture, and theatrical speech patterns. But beneath the comedy, she gave Moira a soul. Viewers watched Moira slowly evolve from self-absorbed diva into a woman capable of love, loyalty, and growth. Catherine O'Hara won an Emmy Award for the role. But more importantly, she won hearts, millions of them. Her influence stretched far beyond awards. Young comedians studied her. Writers admired her instincts. Actors described her as generous, supportive, and endlessly kind. She didn't dominate scenes. She elevated them. She didn't seek attention. She created space. Many co-stars have said Catherine made everyone around her better. That may be her greatest achievement. When news of her passing broke, tributes flooded social media. One of the most emotional came from Macaulay Culkin, who played her son in Home Alone. He simply wrote, "Mama, I thought we had time." 7 words. Yet they carry decades of shared history, decades of affection, decades of gratitude. Pedro Pascal, who worked with Catherine on The Last of Us, wrote that the world felt dimmer without her. Dan Levy, her Schitt's Creek co-star, said working with Catherine was the greatest gift of his career. Filmmakers, comedians, and actors across generations echoed the same message. Catherine O'Hara was not just talented, she was beloved. Fans also gathered outside the famous Home Alone house in Illinois. They left flowers, candles, handwritten notes. Families took photos. Some cried. Others simply stood in silence. It wasn't about celebrity worship. It was about gratitude. Catherine O'Hara was part of people's childhoods, part of their holiday traditions, part of their comfort viewing, part of their emotional memory. When someone becomes that deeply woven into people's lives, their loss feels personal. According to her representatives, Catherine passed away peacefully at home following a brief illness. Her family has asked for privacy during this difficult time. She is survived by her husband, production designer Bo Welch, and their 2 sons. She often spoke about how important family was to her. Despite decades of fame, Catherine kept her private life remarkably grounded. No scandals, no tabloid chaos, just consistent work, strong relationships, and quiet excellence. In an industry that constantly reinvents itself, Catherine O'Hara remained timeless. She never chased trends. She never tried to be younger. She never abandoned her comedic roots. She trusted her instincts, and audiences rewarded her with loyalty. That is the mark of a true artist. What makes Catherine O'Hara's legacy so powerful is not just the number of projects she worked on. She can make you laugh uncontrollably. Then, seconds later, make you feel heartbreak. She understood that comedy and sadness are closely connected, that the funniest characters often hide the deepest vulnerability. She didn't play perfect people. She played flawed, messy, searching humans. And that honesty is why her work endures. Long after headlines fade, long after award shows move on, Catherine O'Hara will still be present. She'll be there every December when Home Alone plays. She'll be there every time someone quotes Moira. She'll be there in streaming libraries, DVD collections, memories. She becomes part of tradition, and tradition never dies. In a world increasingly dominated by spectacle, Catherine O'Hara represented something purer. Craft, character, heart, a life spent telling stories, a life spent giving joy freely. Catherine O'Hara did. If you grew up watching her, if you laughed because of her, if you ever felt comforted by her performances, then her legacy lives inside you. And as long as we remember her, she is never truly gone. Rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you for the warmth. Thank you for the memories. You will be missed. You will be remembered. Forever.